What was that? Where's that voice?
This is the story of a...
I know this place. I've been here before. This is the ancient stone city amidst the jungle. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, ignore him. Just ignore him. It's not gonna hurt you. Just keep going. constellation. Where am I? This is not the Earth.
Car Vector Jag.
Con Vector Yagna Yith. In other words, find a statuette and save my race.
The statuette! Here it is. Finally! I have to get it, I have to...
This is the story of Evie Drayton.
Quick, quick. Before I forget. Where did I put my notebook? I have to write everything down.
Looking for answers was part of Evie's observant nature and analytical mind. Her recurrent dreams began shortly after a period in 1956, when she'd completely lost consciousness.
I was lucky to be accepted at Miskatonic. It was one of the first universities in Massachusetts to admit non-white students. Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease. Spitsbergen Island and Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness. This photo was taken during my amnesia. I don't remember anything about it. When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always see in my dreams. Oh, here it is. Evie's Nightmare Journal.
Evie was
I wish Papa had never taken that job and The Hydrangea Foundation took care of the insurance payout for Dad's accident. I had scholarships to attend several black colleges in the South, but it was the foundation's money that allowed me to cover the tuition here at Miskatonic. The Hydrangea... I've always been a good student, but during my amnesia period, I almost reached excellence. All straight A's? I've always been a good... Yes,
Is this... are you Evangeline Drayton?
that's right. Who am I talking to?
I am the Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. I believe you wanted to ask me some questions, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Professor
Meet me today at 6 p.m. at 5 Prospect Road, outside of Boston.
Boston? That's almost a 2-hour train ride from Arkham. I thought
Do you want to talk or not?
Yes, yes, of course. I'll be there. 6 p.m., Prospect Road. See you in a couple of hours, Professor. All right, I should get ready. There's a lot of information here about my strange dreams and my amnesia. I'd better go through it again before I leave. I don't want to miss any questions when I talk to the professor. Rhythm and blues is definitely my kind of music. Reverend Charlton was adamant that I bring this cross to college. He must think Arkham is a den of iniquity and wickedness. The scary fellow that haunts me in my dreams is a Dimetrodon. He roamed the Earth 270 million years ago. Beatrice, along with me, is one of the few ladies studying physics at Miskatonic. Julian, Beatrice, Herbie, and I? I've searched every astronomy book at the Miskatonic Library, but none of them contain any reference to this constellation.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
I don't think... I couldn't leave my science fiction book collection in Benoit. The medical report from my amnesia episode. According to this, I'm as fit as a fiddle. The medical report...
Before leaving, Evie...
Uncle Mo showed me a... I wish Papa had...
Before leaving...
All right, I think I've got...
As odd as it seemed to Evie that the Dean didn't meet her at the university, her need to know was stronger than her doubts. She was determined to attend the meeting. There, she would come across another protagonist in this story.
So, you have finally decided to talk to that young lady, Professor.
Yes.
Acknowledging responsibility for our previous mistakes is vital to moving forward. You've taken a crucial step in...
Listen, there's no need for us to talk, Doctor. The only reason I let you into my house is because you insisted it was necessary to prescribe my medication.
This is also the story of a sad, guilt-ridden, and lonely man. This is the story of my husband, Professor Harry Everhart.
Yes, I know well enough that discussing the effectiveness of our therapy sessions with you is futile. But you need to understand that therapy is just a part of the whole treatment. Without it, I can't go and...
Ask whatever you deem necessary and let's get this over with as soon as possible.
Fine. What about your position as Dean at Miskatonic University? We talked some time ago about your relationship with work. Was somewhat obsessive.
I didn't say that. You did.
Well, you told me you practically lived secluded in this very home, and the only thing that drove you to leave it was your job obligations. So, how would you define that?
I do what they pay me for. Teaching, student assessment, and certain logistical duties fall within my responsibilities. Cheering at the Miskatonic Mariners football games does not.
And are you happy with that? With your life now?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm asking it because it sounds like you're subjecting yourself to a kind of self-punishment.
I am not. Next question.
There's another topic you've never wanted to delve into, Professor. Would you now be open to...
You're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Okay. What happened to your wife, Professor?
She died at home after a long disease.
Harry hated giving details about my death. Especially if those details meant talking about a certain expedition and deaths other than mine.
I see. And how do you feel about that?
What's my wife got to do with all this?
You see, the reason I'm asking, Professor, is because when we began therapy, you mentioned visions. Some sort of oily shadows casting themselves on the wall. You mentioned those visions began shortly after whatever happened to your wife. So, tell me, do you still see those shadows, Professor?
No. Not since I started taking the medication, at least.
Excellent! That means the medication is working. Listen, there is something different I want to try in today's session. I believe hypnotherapy might...
Don't even think about it. Hypnotism is a scam.
Professor, with all due respect, I believe you're mistaking mesmerism with hypnotism. Even so, if you want me to prescribe the...
You won't give me my medication unless I submit to your quack experiment, is that it?
Well, I'm deeply sorry you see it that way, Professor. But I need you to trust me in this.
Then go ahead. Wave a pocket watch in my face if that's what you need to do.
There's no need for pocket watches, Professor. The sound of a metronome will be more than enough. I need you to relax and free your mind. And think of something pleasant. A fond memory, if you will. Something that took place here, in the Everhart Manor.
A fond memory? In this place?
It wasn't easy for Harry to find a fond memory in the same manor where he had spent an extremely unhappy childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe.
December 1930. The last Christmas my wife and I ever spent at Everhart Manor. She insisted on coming, despite my parents never approving of our marriage. But that was the kind of person she was.
Interesting. Tell me more about it, Professor Everhart.
Every time I gave her a present, I prepared a little scavenger hunt. She loved it. She loved solving my stupid riddles.
As you may have noticed, this story has more than one protagonist. And though I am not one of them, I believe I, Nora Everhart, play a crucial part in it. Can I open my eyes now, Harry?
Not yet. We're almost there. Let me open the door and... Now, open your eyes.
Look what you've prepared. It's another one of your scavenger hunts, huh?
Of course, old pal. Now, if you want your present, you'll have to earn it.
Can I use my journal to write down clues?
Well, technically that's against the rules, but I'll turn a blind eye this time.
You're so kind. A new decade. I wonder what the future has in store for us. I wonder what my darling husband is keeping locked up in here.
You'll have to put that brain of yours to work to find it.
Oh, look at your sad...
Wait. There's something wrong in this memory. This wasn't...
Ignore it. Focus on that moment. Your wife. That happy memory.
Do you remember when we slow danced to dear old pal of mine at Maddie's house?
The end of the Great War Party and our first.
Tell me you didn't vandalize a piano just for a scavenger hunt, old pal.
Nora, who do you think I am? It's just crayon. I'm seeing those oily shadows in here. Why am I seeing those shadows?
Focus, Professor. Keep remembering.
What are you up to now? Oh boy, what a drawing. Is this supposed to be a tree?
This darkness. Everhart Manor. But my house is not.
Professor, don't drift off. Keep going.
Harry, I can't believe it! It's that statuette! And it even has a black ooze orb. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
No. Wait. What do you mean a statuette? Don't touch it, Nora!
Keep going, Professor. It's important. Where is the statuette now?
You. You're no psychiatrist. Who are you?
I'm not going to ask you again, Professor Everhart.
Shortly after Harry's peculiar hypnosis session, Evie finally arrived at Everhart Manor.
Prospect Road 5. Here it is. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. Wait. What is going on here? Professor? Is everything all right?
Most people would have turned away and left, but not Evangeline Drayton. She had been waiting for months to talk with the professor. No way was she letting it slip away. So, she decided to climb over the walls of the Everhart Manor.
Ugh. This looks like something straight out of Tales from the Crypt. Hey, that window is open. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. It appears the Everharts have been quite well off for generations. Or so they used to be. That must be Elizabeth Everhart. The Everhart children. Harrison, Madeline. This fellow really looks like the professor, but it's not him. Look at the size of this library. It's almost as big as Miskatonic's.
Actually, it wasn't even a third. Evie's last remarkable trait was her extraordinary memory, a gift I was never blessed with. So, allow me, the narrator of this tale, to be the one taking notes. For the sake of clarity, of course.
Troubling absences in my memory. That's exactly how I felt during those 3 months of 1956. What on earth happened here? I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here. Dyer was my applied geophysics professor. He was very strict. Strange character. There's something oddly comforting about spinning these globes. No use. It's locked. Good thing the skull is fake. Ugh. Rich people definitely had weird ways of entertaining themselves.
But it wasn't mere entertainment. Harry's mother's life had long been shaped by tragedy, and she had become obsessed with the afterlife. Evangeline had never pictured the professor as anything but a hermit. Certainly not someone his relatives still worried about.
This must be the professor's office. Someone lit the fireplace, but this room is still cold. Astrology is the most utterly stupid thing I've ever come across. Astrology. Books in different languages. Spanish, Italian, German, Latin. Looks like one is missing. The professor had another appointment today, with a therapist. Despite his tone, this Bowen fella doesn't seem particularly friendly. Nora and Harry? The professor was married. The key. Wow. The professor served in U.S. intelligence during the war. The greenhouse and the mausoleum. Excellent. The man's definitely a dead ringer for the professor. A ripped canvas. Can't see a thing in here. Better turn my flashlight on. These tools haven't been used in a long time. That explains why the garden was an absolute mess. Looks like the professor's father was involved in politics. Wow, this room is really depressing. Looks like a memorial of some kind, dedicated to a woman. Driver's license of a certain Manuel Silva. Such odd totems. Are these fishes? So Professor Everhart set on an expedition to the Pacific. I never pictured him as an adventurer. That expedition must have been quite important for him.
Oh, it had certainly been important to him, and to the other expedition members.
Torn canvas. The frame reads, Sed Futura. Goodness gracious. Someone hired some goons to kill the professor. Goodness gracious. There are a lot of pictures. Oily shadows. Beginning to suspect the old professor's lost a few marbles. Good heavens above, would you look at the size of this place? This vase-like thing with a face engraved on it can be rotated. What kind of madhouse does the professor live? It looks like there's a symbol carved into that bucket. Is that a fish? Careful. The stone staircase is slippery. Darn it. This door is locked. What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols. hidden room? This is so beautiful. Such a graceful and elegant woman.
Evie certainly had a keen eye for beauty.
Such a graceful and elegant woman.
Evie certainly had a keen eye for beauty.
It's raining cats and dogs here. What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols. found her path in the shadow of morning? Maybe this guy was in the army? That's from the Bible. Psalm 1, verse 1. Father, husband, and servant of the people. This must have been the prophetic loving memory of our firstborn son, John. Oh dear. A dead child. This is, This definitely... Oh dear. A dead child. This is simply heartbreaking. The inscription on...
Harry rarely spoke of his brother John, mostly because he had never known him. The boy had died years before Harry was born. Still, he believed that tragic incident had played a critical...
Now it's open. The professor really seems to be interested in botany. It appears to be a Spanish edition of the science fiction novel The Future Eve. I'll keep it, just in... The professor really seems to be interested in botany. Is this young man Professor Everhart? Does look like him. There's something written in Latin on his frame. Non possumus. I wish this fire... A secret compartment?
Evie had never been good with languages, least of all a dead one like Latin. Even so, she managed to grasp the general meaning of the phrase. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future.
It looks like a music box of some sort. Unbelievable. There's some kind of secret compartment in the fireplace. Feels like a mystery novel. It doesn't make any sound. Maybe it's broken. Definitely like a mystery novel. Ooh, I guess I need to go see what's down there. Professor? The statuette's broken. And the sphere. Shattered to pieces. Professor! Professor! What happened? I wonder if I...
No! Don't touch it! Don't touch it.
Introductions between strangers are always a bit awkward. But in Evie and Harry's case, things were even more uncomfortable, due to the unusual circumstances under which they had met.
How are you feeling, Professor?
Considering I was assaulted, knocked unconscious, and someone tried to rob me in my own home, I suppose not all that well.
Evie didn't know where to start. So, she took the most formal approach.
We haven't been properly introduced.
I know who you are, Miss Drayton. We had an appointment today. And I can also imagine what it is you want to talk to me about.
Evie was taken aback. He knew? So Professor Everhart had read her letters after all.
I suppose you have some questions for me, so go ahead.
What is, or was, that statuette?
You haven't touched any of the pieces of it, have you?
No. You made that very clear.
Good. Because that black orb is made of...
Harry thought of telling her the orb contained the blood of an elder god that came from beyond time and space. But he chose not to frighten Evie for now.
a very dangerous substance.
Dangerous? What do you mean? Is it toxic?
Worse than that. I've seen people lose their sanity and their health just by coming into contact with that substance.
I read in a Herald article that the statuette was found in an excavation.
Yes. In the...
It was led by a professor from Miskatonic.
Nathaniel Wingate Pete?
Yes, Peasley.
No.
Statuette is in
I destroyed it.
You just...
Yes.
Evie felt frustrated. After all and on that very day...
Who's responsible?
For the robbery?
Who?
My psychiatrist. Or so I thought.
I thought the statuette was...
Yes, well, I brought it here for...
Harry couldn't come up with a better excuse than that. Because I've hidden it in my own...
But there
I really...
Are you sure? Because I've seen them.
What are you talking about?
Dreams about strange and ancient artifacts.
My dreams. I mentioned so. I've long dreamed of a place. And there are more statuettes like that one. All...
Miss Drayton, you better...
So, if Peasley found that statuette in
Listen to me, Miss...
Maybe in those caves...
Enough of that! How could you be such a fool? Haven't you listened to a single word I've said? Don't you ever...
Professor, you can't be...
Of course I'm serious!
Are you done yelling now? All right. Now that you've calmed down, I'll tell you that... And while we're at it, my mother taught me manners. And as far as I know, if it weren't for me, you'd still be locked up.
It had been years since, and for the first time in a long time.
That fireplace.
Oh.
But even so, I owe you an apology.
All right.
You're completely determined to go to the...
Yes.
You're right. I can't stop you from going to Virginia.
Well, I don't think there's a regular but...
No, there is not. I'll take care of all the expenses. Don't worry. All I ask in return... We'll look for... whatever...
Yes, and don't worry. I promise...
Harry couldn't help but doubt that Evie would... But even so, he immediately liked that shot, which made sense. Harry had been a...
Here we are, the Rappahannock River Caves.
But this place is closed off.
It is indeed. Apparently one of the excavation members died in there. An archaeologist named John Teague. That's why the government shut down the dig shortly after the statuette was found.
Wait, so what we're doing here is illegal?
If I told you that we were trespassing, would that stop you from going in, Miss Drayton?
Nah, not really.
Then go ahead, please. Here, Take one. We'll use these to stay in touch. Apparently, the cave branches off into countless tunnels, forming a maze where it's easy to get lost. So watch your step, because the... Evangeline! Miss Drayton? Miss Drayton, can you hear me? Are you alright?
Yeah, I think so. I'm safe. I'm on the path.
Follow the excavation trail. It'll lead you to the underground lake.
A lake? In here?
Yes. The water from the Rappahannock seeps through limestone, so there's a complex hydrological system inside the cave. Beasley mentioned they had come across the statuette somewhere around that lake. It was one of the few things he still recalled from the dig.
Wait, he didn't remember the dig?
In his own words, he suffered a period of absence. Amnesia of some sort. He didn't even...
Professor, you won't believe this, but I had amnesia too. I don't remember anything from September to November of last year. When I came to, I was surrounded by books and articles about a place in Norway called Spitsbergen.
Spitsbergen? Isn't that near the Arctic Circle?
Professor? Professor! Do you hear me? Well, everything was properly cleared for the excavation, no doubt about it. Well, everything was properly cleared for... Wow. What is this place?
Miss Drayton, over here. I'm here. I'm glad to see you. I thought you'd gotten lost. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. You weren't lying about those tunnels.
Though Evie chose not to mention that report, it gave her a clear sense of the danger posed by the black ooze.
Huh. The wording here is peculiar, to say the least. I would have liked to speak with this man's father.
Truth is, Evie would not have liked that one bit.
Notice how, even though the stone seems to have been carved millennia ago, the lines repeat with an almost... What do you think?
All of that was Greek to Evie. Her world was equations and laboratory.
Well, I'm no expert in architecture, but I think I've seen...
Really?
Gee, you...
Well, it's an occupational hazard, I suppose.
Despite his best efforts, Harry...
But I'm mostly doing this...
Do you think we might find...
Miss Drayton, you were the one convinced you'd find more statuettes here.
Yes, you're right. Is there anything I can...
Take a look around the site. If you find anything...
I will, Professor. I'll take a look around.
Fine.
What do you think this means, Professor?
Warnings? Directions? Timelines? For now, it's hard to tell.
Such strange plans. There's some kind of stone dumbwaiter here.
What? A dumbwaiter?
I see some sort of control panel here. And what look like piano keys?
Please refrain from touching anything, Miss Drayton.
No, this isn't working. I found some diving equipment. What if Peasley didn't...
You're not thinking
That depends.
getting into that
No, I just... An air compressor. It looks like it works in the same way as the one we had in the workshop. Except for a diving cylinder. It seems they found the statuette in the depths of the cave's lake.
Evie deliberately chose to omit that the man in the photograph had been entirely...
Seems like a telephone for communicating with the diver. Here's another one of those murals, and it looks better preserved than the one you're examining.
Excellent. When I'm finished with this one, I'll come take a look.
This is the hose where the pressurized air comes out of. Oh, darn it. This machine doesn't seem to be working. Pressure gauge, a sealing joint, nothing too complicated. I think I can make it work again. This empty cylinder will do. The wiring in this place doesn't look too tricky. I think I could get it running again.
They're teaching physics majors to repair junk now?
Hardly. Now it's working. This diving suit needs a full air cylinder. Well, it must be full of air now. You won't believe it, but I managed to get the whole diving system working. The suit is ready to...
What? Didn't I tell you to leave that damn suit alone?
But Professor,
You promised you wouldn't get into any trouble. That's why I brought you here, remember?
Yes.
Forget about
Okay, Professor, have you read this report? Does Project Kronos mean anything to you?
No, I've never heard...
Professor, have you read this report? Does Project Kronos mean anything to you?
No, I've never heard of it.
Professor, have you read this report? I've found a report stating that the entire cave may function as an open-tube acoustic resonator, sustaining standing sound wave patterns.
Yes, could be.
Harry was a scholar rather than a scientist. Of course, he hadn't understood a word of Evie's scientific jargon.
"10 feet? I wonder why these structures were so colossal." Oh, Peasley mentioned a refinery of some sort.
A refinery? In here?
There's another mural. Looks like instructions of some kind. Just a series of steps to follow.
Instructions, you say? Well, this is all quite fascinating.
Evie knew perfectly well that going down into the depths of the lake was not only dangerous, it was reckless. Besides, she had given the professor her word. So she asked herself if she really wanted. But Evie...
There's some kind of stuff.
What? A dump?
What do you think this means, Professor?
Warnings? Direct?
Evie knew so... And the answer, of course...
Professor, can you hear?
Are you out of your mind?
I have to... Wow.
Evangeline?
Yep, I'm here, Professor.
How could you go? Don't you realize the danger you're in? Come back up right now!
Please calm down. It's all right. I just want to take a look down here.
Evie felt she was so close to finding answers. And she was already down.
This is madness.
Professor.
What do you mean at my age? I'm only 67.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like 80?
Harry found himself thinking he might have let himself go too much. 80 years old? Really?
Oh, must be the beard. Tell me what you see, please.
It's hard to put into words. I never imagined an underwater cave could hold so much beauty.
What's happening?
This place is full of Black liquid waterfalls?
Miss Drayton, please. Turn back at once and return by...
Oh no. No, no, no! I'm trapped! There's a column of black ooze.
Keep calm, Evangeline. And most important, now move forward.
I see a ladder. Someone from the excavation must have made it this far.
Climb it. The farther you are from the black ooze, the better.
I'm out of the water. I think I'm in the refinery Peasley talked about. Professor, there's another mural here. Looks like a...
So that statuette...
I don't know if I can actually do anything here. The whole chamber... We were wrong about the statuettes, Professor. They're just energy containers. I can see one of those murals in here. Wait a minute.
In your
No. At the university. And you won't believe...
black ooze.
how...
I just... No. Tell me what...
Those piano keys I saw on the surface? It looks like the black ooze can be channeled from where I am now. There's some kind of valve-driven collector system that directs the flow upward. Apparently, we need 4 units of black ooze. I can see the other end of that... Wait, what?
What is it, Miss Drayton?
It lit up. Everything in here just lit up all of a sudden. Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze. I'll try to redirect the black ooze upward.
Fine, but please be careful.
Don't worry. This isn't so different from the fluids lab back at Miskatonic. Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze. Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze. Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze. Units of black ooze secured. I wonder if I could use the access water from the first tank. Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze. Alright, I think I've got it. I've redirected the black ooze upwards, so...
Something's happening up here. What is that?
Harry's fascination was growing. Here he had living proof of an ancient civilization with technology beyond anything he had ever seen. But the oily shadows Harry saw obeyed me. Though the reality of...
Evangeline? Yes. Right, Evangeline. Those holy... These are actually towers. Stone towers. Evangeline, there's another mural in here. I think the statuettes are down. Can move in that direction. Notes in reverse will trigger the opposite. Oh my. You were right.
For many years, Harry had been haunted.
What does this mean? Filling? The statuette fits perfectly. tower with black ooze. Filled to the brim with black ooze now. I'm not touching that. Should be complete now.
Harry glanced uneasily at the freshly made black orb. He didn't like it one bit.
All right. I think I've followed all the steps. I just need to send it to Evangeline. Hope she knows what to do with it.
Evie finally held the statuette in her hands, and at once she felt disappointed.
Now it looks right.
Excellent. Now you should be able to cross safely. Come on, get out of there, quickly!
Professor? I'm... Professor! Professor!
Evie felt a chill sweep through her body. Impossible though it was, she had just heard her dead father's voice, unmistakably.
It works! It works! The path is open!
Evangeline? I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Glad you're back, Professor.
I'll be waiting for you here. Once you're out, we'll return to... What the...
Professor?
Evangeline, listen to me. There's someone else here.
What do you mean, someone else?
Stay down there until I tell you to...
Professor? Professor!
Evie lingered in the dark waters of the cave, waiting for the professor's signal. A signal that never came. Even so, prudent as she was in waiting, her air supply wouldn't last forever. So when all the noise above finally ceased, she decided to come up.
Professor! Professor, I finally have it! I have the statue...
Well, this is interesting. You're going to have to come with us, Miss Drayton.
Wake her up. Welcome back, Evangeline.
Finally, this is also the story of an obsessive, manipulative, and ambitious man. This is the story of Caleb Bowen.
Wait,
I'll be the one asking. My name is Caleb Bowen.
Bowen often made that claim, though it was at best a half-truth. Sure, he'd worked for the government once.
Do you realize that you trespassed on a site closed off by the Union? You may not know this, but Everhart is a...
Bowen kept lying. He knew how.
You better have...
You are in no... I'll show you who, Professor. Your father's name was Franklin Drayton. He and his brother Moses ran away. He died in a work accident.
You've been...
Shut up and listen. Do you recognize anyone besides your father in this photograph?
Wait, is that Professor Everhart?
Oh, correct.
That was the only truth Bowen told during...
Your father didn't die in San Francisco, Miss Drayton. I bet he never told you. In fact, every member of the even the professor's wife, whose strange illness was the impetus for the expedition, died.
I didn't die under mysterious circumstances.
One of my associates was part of that expedition.
Evie was in shock. The professor was a withdrawn and sullen individual, and, frankly, despite her doubts, she kept silent. And wisely so.
Now you know the kind of person you've gotten involved with. I have a few quests at platform beneath the lake.
You want me to
Go on.
You just have to stop.
Don't test my patience, little...
Don't listen to her, Pharaoh. You must have recognized the girl's cognitive pattern, I'm sure of it. She even mentioned a period of amnesia. Just like Peasley.
I hope you're right.
Evangeline had not the slightest idea what those two men were talking about.
Next question. You said a word while you were asleep. Nakotis.
It means pompous government jerk with a ridiculous pencil mustache.
You watch your mouth. Final question.
I've never heard that.
This is a waste of time. It's obvious the girl is hiding something.
You expect me to buy the...
You'll recall I mentioned that Evie was feisty and stubborn,
I like to laugh, too. Please take a look at this.
even though it was written in those puzzling characters, Nakotic manuscripts. Non-linear displacement.
Tell me, Miss Drayton, what's written?
Nakotic...
Evie surprised herself. She couldn't help but translate the book's
That's... Focus. Listen to my read.
Salvek. Kornathun. Nakotis.
What just happened? Am I...